Now to an update in the case of Delonte Hardy, the man accused of killing Cleveland police officer Jamieson Ritter. A court is now ordering doctors to determine whether it's likely he can be restored to competency in the next 2 years. Annabelle Childers breaks down the filing and what a newly passed law means for the case.
In July 2024, Cleveland police officer Jamieson Ritter was killed in the line of duty. Delonte Hardy was arrested and charged for his murder, but the process of getting the case to trial has been complicated. Hardy was deemed incompetent to stand trial and then sent to Central Ohio Behavioral Health Care in Columbus to get treatment so that his competency could be restored. Yet there have been multiple issues with his treatment, all while the clock for competency restoration was about to run out. That's until Friday, when Governor Mike DeWine signed Senate Bill 295 into law, extending the competency restoration deadline for defendants charged with serious crimes from 1 year to 3 years. Tuesday, a new court order was filed in Delonte Hardy's case. It states the new law is extending Hardy's competency timeline, but it also orders doctors to compile a report on whether there is, quote, a substantial probability the defendant will become competent to stand trial within the next 2 years. I spoke with a legal expert about the filing's legal implications.
I'm reading this order, and I feel like it essentially says, well, yes, that it's possible for it to be a 3-year period, but if the doctors come back and say, no, we don't think it's probable, what happens then? Does the court just make a decision?
So the answer is we don't know. Because the law isn't exactly clear on what the next steps must be, the judge could say, well, in that case, I am going to dismiss these charges and send it over to the probate court, and the probate court would then handle that process. The judge could also say, well, I value the mental health people's opinion. I am going to continue jurisdiction for the next 2 years with regular updates from the facility. And in 2 years, as the statute begins to expire, then would decide what the next steps in that case would be.
Now, according to that filing, the deadline for Hardy's doctors to turn over the report is March 13th. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office tells us the state has filed a motion asking for an independent expert to evaluate Hardy's competency, but a judge has not ruled yet on that request. Russ?
Annabelle Childers in the newsroom. Thanks.